You're watching the Kate Fox Show. I'm Kate Fox, and today I am speaking with Billy Mira.
How you doing, Kate?
Hello, Billy.
Nice to be here.
I'm glad to talk to you. I'm glad to catch up with you, actually.
Yes.
Because when you and I first sat down, we were knee deep in that whole
Yeah, we were just kind of
lockdown-ish.
pandemic. I think we were at Eisenhower Park last time.
Yes, we were.
It was like the end of the summer.
October.
It was October 2020. Yeah.
Oh no, the bugs are getting you now.
Yeah.
And we are outside, but only by choice, not because we have to. We're not wearing the face coat. Everything has sort of opened up.
Yeah,
and,
sort of. It's absolutely.
and that's why I want to catch up with you, actually,
Yeah.
because when we sat down initially, you weren't able to work.
Yeah, well, the industry had stopped. I mean, it was a completely dead industry at that point. But now it seems to be coming back, with the exception of course, Florida. If you live in Florida or anything.
Well, you can do anything, right?
Well, not
Just
anything.
about.
There's still a couple of paranoid Nellies walking around Florida. But yeah, I mean, it was a whole different scene down there. I was down there at the beginning of this year, and it was refreshing to see everybody kind of moving around. And not that they weren't worried, and that was a fallacy that people weren't wearing masks. They were, but it was a choice. It was like, for the most part. And then there was some of the places that you would walk in that was mandatory, like a CVS or a place like that. I guess they would say, you can't come in here, but it wasn't as aggressive as it was here in New York.
Right.
You can't walk in, put your mask on, that kind of nonsense. And that really decimated the entertainment industry for a long time. And so it's taken a while to come back, and but I'm just happy to be performing. I'm back performing regularly on Thursday nights over at the Polo Lounge inside of Westbury Manor. I'm back there every Thursday night. And as you might have heard, all the radio advertisements for every Friday at Krish's, which has been a lot of fun performing for the kids and the families.
It's. Let me tell you. Well, I'm a regular, kinda.
Yeah. You've come down quite a few times.
My kid loves it. I brought my kid down, and it's a lot of fun.
Yeah. No, it's great. It's great. It's a lot of fun, and as the night goes on, it gets into this whole different crowd. And they usually used to say, the place closed at 9:30. Last week we had them until 10:30, and we had to close the place.
Really?
Yeah. So it's been like this cool vibe we've been creating of me kind of going in there, and I'll start doing a little different music towards the end of the night, but kind of more like a Vegas style thing. So it's cool. They sit down, the adults have a good time, and it's less kids at night, more adults.
Right.
So I have more fun with them, and but it's great. I start off, it's all kids, and everybody's trying to eat dinner. And then in the beginning, you still have some people who've never been there on a Friday night before, and they're like, "What's this loud guy?"
Oh no.
And then after about a half hour, they're sitting in their chairs, and then the next thing you know, they're all into it.
Oh, and the little kids get up and oh my God. The last time I was there, the little kids were dancing in the aisle and following you.
Yeah. It is. It's the craziest thing. I go from the Polo Lounge, which is like this upscale.
Yes, it is.
This upscale, hey, baby, and then you go there, and it's like I'm the Candyman from Willy Wonka and Show. Candyman, the can. Hello, kids. So it's like switching gears, but it's real great because I do the big Vegas show, and it's it's almost like working out, and it's great to be there because everybody comes up to me, they're like, where's your car? What are you doing? Because some people have never heard of me before, naturally, and then there's people I know it's totally impossible to understand that, but yeah, there's a lot of people out there who don't know me, and then they discover me, and they're like, how the hell did I not know you? And I'm like, I don't know. I've been asking that same question.
Right, because there's something wrong with you.
Yeah. So unless you've been living under a rock, but no. But so they kind of get into it, and it's an exercise for me to kind of exercise everything, because I do a lot of ad-libbing.
Oh, you do.
And I was at a club, and I got up, just the other night I was at a club, and I got up and I did about 40 minutes worth of stand-up, just off the top of my head, which was really, and it's like a muscle that you're just kind of working, and that's the thing about comedy, to get to that other part of your brain and just be in another zone there, and that allows me to do that. So when you add the stuff that's canned along with that, that's what makes the show work really well. At least that's what I think.
I'm just kidding. I'm sitting here making you work. I'm making you talk. I'm like, all right, keep going. But sometimes I forget, even though you are funny and you're always cracking the jokes, sometimes because, I've seen you at Polo, I've seen you at Krish's. And while again you're funny, you forget that you're also a comedian and you're an impressionist.
Yeah, and I do all that not crazy stuff. Yeah, it's that's why it's switching those gears all the time is very, like Sammy Davis. Sammy's into stuff like that. He would do impressions, and all of a sudden he'd be playing drums, and then all of a sudden he'd be singing a song. So that's, in my opinion, what entertainment's all about. When somebody's just a singer, that's but that's why that's why those guys were so legendary in the Rat Pack.
Yes.
And I have to tell you, it's not like I grew up aspiring to be like that. It was something that I naturally was, and then I just related to it and said, yeah, wow, this is crazy. Naturally, I have through my uncle, I have some lineage to Sinatra, but that
I didn't know that.
Yeah. My uncle toured with Sinatra. He was his right-hand guy, and yeah, he's in a lot of the classic pictures with Sinatra.
Really? That was not in my research.
Well, then you, my friend, need to get a different Google search. Stop using Bing. I don't know.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah. So, I mean, and I always seem to like things that I relate to, not the other way around. I don't kind of like look at someone. I mean, every once in a while I'll see an artist or something and I'll go, oh, that guy's talented, and I might really get into them for a little while. But I tend to gravitate towards things that I relate to.
Right.
So that's why, and it's a weird thing for a guy with my background to know. And somebody said to me the other night, they said, hey, you do this lounge thing. I mean to insult. It's like, and I'm like, I take it as a compliment. I love that.
Well, you are, and I'm going to say this, and then we're going to take a quick break, because that's one of the things that struck me about you. Despite your varied background, you are an entertainer. You're not just this or just this or just to not to pigeonhole, but you are kind of a lounge act, but because you are a very well-rounded and versatile.
Well, the greatest thing about being a lounge guy is that you're able to switch gears and go back to the big stage. So to me, that's the lounge is the exercise. It's like going to the gym for the big stage, and that's kind of the point I was making before. For me, that is all exercise. People go to work. I see a lot of comedians will go and they'll go to different comedy clubs in the city. Like when you're getting ready for a special, like Chris Rock. I've had Chris Rock follow me at events, and this guy all of a sudden, Seinfeld will show up, and oh, by the way, you guys got to let's wrap it. Let's leave an extra 15, so on. So it's kind of like that's what they do. You have to do that stuff in real time. So for me, it's really entertaining in real time without just writing it and saying, I wonder if that's going to work on stage. Because comedians are always on stage.
Right.
A real comedian is always on stage, even when he's doing a small room. Because I've been there with a lot of the guys. You have to do them to get ready for the big rooms. That's true entertainment. That's
true entertainment. And you know what, on that, we're going to take a quick break and we'll be right back.
Hey, I'm Rob Rush, and you are watching The Kate Fox Show, for those that are in the know.
And we're back. And now, I want to talk about the big stage, but for people who may not be familiar with you, see the look I gave?
Yeah.
All right. You hosted an MMA show in Vegas for years.
Yeah.
You worked with Howard Stern for years.
Mm-hmm.
You were a long-haired heavy metal boy for quite some time, and you had some nice traction with that.
Yeah.
Whiskey Road.
Yeah. My God, it's hard to believe, 30-something years ago. Yeah.
I'm going to throw in a picture or two, and you know which one.
Probably more sexy ones. But 91, 1991.
But it was so huge too, and with the little, I'm going to put the flower jeans with the long hair.
Oh yeah, my hair down here.
Oh yeah, I love those jeans.
Even then, even performing back then, I would, and like I said, I used to think it was nothing, and I would always kind of do things in the middle of songs, and I guess I never really thought about it. And the guys used to look at me, and I would
'Cause
do
that's
like
you.
impressions, and I would just it's kind of like being a performer. But really, honestly, that was always something that was in my head. Even when I was a rock guy, I never really looked at myself as a traditional, rock frontman, which I was, look-wise and sound-wise. But the way I would act on stage was a little more like, hey, how are you? That's why I always gravitated towards a guy like Roth, because I thought Dave was very entertaining and very eccentric, and I was never just like the guy who would just sit there, and just talk to the audience. This is the next song for you now. Let me hear you, people. I could say anything literally between a song to people.
I'm just along for the ride right now.
Yeah.
I'm enjoying.
On a magic carpet, right?
So again, as I said, varied background, quite varied, eclectic, and now you're warming up. You're getting back to things. And is there a plan well, first of all, do you have anything coming up that I don't know about, or that you would like to share?
Yeah, so there is. So last time we spoke, we were talking about all this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Now we're in the motion. So yeah, I have my residencies back. I have a couple of single shows. You can always go to billymira.com, billymiracomedy.com, or billymiraandthehitmen.com. There has been some talk now that I'm going national with the show, that we may have some issues, which I shouldn't even talk about it, but with the Hitmen, because there is another Hitman.
Oh, you mentioned that to me.
So
I think
it's kind of been a bit of a concern, but that's the only thing. But that's why I say billymiraandthehitmen.com. I may, who knows? I may just pretty soon go under the moniker of Billy Mira Show or something to that effect. But I may keep it that way in New York. I haven't decided yet. So it's something we're exploring.
And on your website, you also sell merchandise, not to cut you off, correct?
Yes.
Okay,
yes.
now you may continue.
So I sell merch. Go to billymiraandthehitmen.com and go to the merch section. And it'll only take about 30 minutes for it to load up, but it does load up eventually.
It's only 25 minutes. I've been there.
And but it does come up, and there are t-shirts and stuff. So now that we've got the residency pumping again, and I've got these single shows that are coming up, and which is great, and performing again. But the real thing I really need to get back to is the Vegas style show. So I got shows coming up. I'm going to be doing something at Governor's in Levittown.
Really?
Yeah, and then I have, and I'm supposed to, we're going to Florida, which is the thing that I've really been waiting for, and to break out in that area of the country.
Right. I thought that was going to happen
moving. We got
sooner.
buyers. Yeah, we got buyers coming in, and to really, that's and that's where we're at, because everybody's discovered the show through some friends of mine, like Big Time Tommy.
Yes. Big Time Tommy's going to be.
Old school for life. I spent a lot of time with Tommy. Tommy's a really good buddy of mine. My friend Ozzy, and Rob Rush. We're all like
of course.
Buddies. But yeah, but Tommy, who we worked with Sal Valentinetti a lot, was like, "You got to come down to Florida." So, this big cigar. So we did. He threw me in the back of a van, and we went down to Florida. We literally could have filmed a television show. If anybody doesn't know Big Time Tommy's, I'm sure you do, from America's Got Talent and the show Carfellas, and his Instagram. You ever look him up? He's a pisser. And he said to me, "I got to introduce you to some guys down there." And he did. He introduced me to these guys. He started showing one of my videos. And he's like, you have to see this. And on site, from them, they were like, "How the hell did we not see this?" So they booked it down there for the theaters and the big events down there. So supposed to be breaking out down there in November.
Okay, and that'll be on your website too, I assume.
Everything soon. We're going to update the site soon.
Okay.
Everybody knows. I always talk about it on Facebook about my, Thursday, Friday residency, and you can go and check out some other scattered dates I have. But like I said, it's all getting ready to go back to the big stage.
And speaking of the big stage, you know what? I hear a ferry coming in, so we're going to take one more quick break, and we'll be right back. Hi, I'm Kate Fox, and I am here at the new and expanded home of Tresses and Colors at 1227 Montauk Highway in Oakdale. and they are just preparing to celebrate 25 years in business and have recently won Best of Long Island. They are house to Sunny and Dew as well, which is all natural skincare and hair products. And boy, you can find anything you want here. So don't forget to shop local discounts and mention the Kate Fox Show for 25% off any hair service. And we're back. So now, Billy, so you got the big show, you're going to do some Florida shows. What is next in, and I only ask because Cooley, I'm in New York, you know, what is next in New York? Florida's going to be November. What's next in New York, and then beyond?
Well, the end game is always Vegas. You know, the end game is back in Vegas. So I'm going to probably start doing some stand-up again. I think it's about time. Straight stand-up, no music as well. Really should be doing that. It's so stupid. I really got back into it a little bit, and I'm like, wow, I really need to do that on a regular basis. And you know, it just, I love doing it. So yeah, I'll be getting back to that. And the end game is to get the show national. That's it. You know?
Well, okay, so we're doing some shows here. We're doing some shows in Florida. We're going to do some shows in other states.
Wherever they'll hire me and have me.
Once you're booked.
I'm ready. I am ready for everybody. I'm ready for every state that's in the United States. It's built for everywhere. It's built for kids. It's built for older people. It's built for all ages. It's really a show like.
Oh, absolutely. You reach everyone with what you do.
Yeah, it does, and that's why, you know, it should be in Nashville. It should be in, you know, all over the place. Boston, Chicago.
However, it should end up in Las Vegas.
In Las Vegas, California, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. But yeah, and you know, everywhere. There's so many spots that it can wind up. But so like, it's just like finally it's starting to move to the national level and get out there, and you know, and then brings a whole new set of problems. So,
well, but
good problems.
Yes, you just stepped on my line, but it's all right. So
it only took 6 years. Well, had the pandemic not hit, it would have been 5 years, I think. Yeah, 5 years. But yeah, it's hard to believe 5 years. Yes.
Wow. And it is what you were born to do. I mean, there's no, and well, you know, on a personal level, you understand that I actually know your all-time biggest fan. I hear about you every day.
Oh, that's right. That would be Mrs. Fox.
Mrs. Anzik.
And oh, that's right.
I was Mrs. Fox.
That's right.
But my mom. Every day I have to hear about you from my mother still. Every day.
So what's her last name?
Anzik.
Anzik.
Rose. Say hi, Rose.
If you could read my mind, Rose, what a tale your thoughts could tell.
You have no idea. You have no idea.
And that's from a squinting Billy Mira.
It's from a squint. She's
Rose, are you in there? Hello.
She's waiting for the next video.
Well, here it is.
So
and Rose, if she doesn't drive me crazy, I'm going to jump right on that ferry and head out to Connecticut. That's another place we got to get back to Connecticut.
Oh yeah, well you should be in like Mohegan Sun and all that other stuff.
Yeah, I have, you know, shows that I do, morning shows that I'm familiar with that are big out there in PLR out there in Connecticut. So I want to get back. Yeah, I want to get back to you know, Foxwoods and Mohegan. So yeah, casinos, all that stuff. I can't wait to get it back there. So that's another great spot for it. There is a room I love that is in Mohegan Sun that is just, it's got my name written on it.
Oh, does it?
Oh, it does. It does.
Is it the Billy Mira room?
It's going to be the Billy Mira room.
Oh, I like that.
It's going to be the Billy Mira room, so
I'm very excited.
Better watch yourself. That's an open-ended statement. I'm very excited. Well, good for you. Good for you, darling.
Oh my God, I can't. It was easier to interview
I
you
bet you
when we
say that
didn't
to
know each-
all the male interviews.
No.
Okay. But you have, by the way, I keep doing this. It is not because I was doing anything recreational.
There's
it's
bugs
because
everywhere.
there's little bugs that keep crawling up my nose, and I'm like,
We didn't realize it was going to be so moist
yeah.
when we were sitting out here giving you this gorgeous scenery and the ferry. And so that's
As everybody knows, I'm a bit eccentric. I like certain spots on Long Island, and downtown Port Jefferson is one of them. Eisenhower Park,
Port Jefferson. Where else? Where else do we got to follow you to next?
the Hamptons, but at the Hamptons I don't hang out with anybody. That's it. We'll talk.
So now, okay, is there anything that we have missed that you want to impart to those who are watching?
Just want to talk to everybody. Just stay strong. I know that everybody just went through a big traumatic thing with the pandemic. I'm tired of talking about it. Don't let the whole fear come in. There's going to be no second strain and all that other nonsense. What do I know? It could be. Who knows? Maybe they'll release the murder hornets finally or something.
Or the frogs. Aren't there frogs
I
too?
don't know.
There's
I don't
something
know. They
else.
got a
There's
new
coal
strain now. And
shortage.
who knows what'll happen? So hopefully, God willingly, knock on wood.
Here, here you go. Knock on wood.
Yeah, knock on wood. The deck.
Mr. Ed.
Yeah.
Sorry.
We're not bound to that again. So everybody stay strong, and I hope to see everybody in 2021, 22, and 23. And I have a target that 23. It's Vegas, baby. It's Vegas. I'm coming for you.
Oh, I like that.
The man's coming for you. When I get there, you better be ready.
All right, that's a little creepy. You've never creeped me out before.
That's
So
right.
just know. So, and I hope to see you.
Oh yeah! I feel like doing a WWE thing.
Oh my!
Rob had a Macho Man shirt on.
He did have a Macho Man. Rob Rush. He did have a Macho Man shirt on. I was like, you. And I think I commented. You made me so happy.
I have a great story. This is a true story. So, for being on the Stern Show for all those years, I have run into people. It's a strange dynamic. The people who listen to that show, not because of me, but because of Howard.
Because of you.
And
Just
I've
give
run
it to
into
Howard.
some of the biggest names in wrestling that were fans and entertainment and sports because they're big fans of the show. They know me, and that's a very surreal thing. I ran into Rob Van Dam once in Vegas.
Oh, that's cool.
I had no idea because I'm not a wrestling guy. I have a crazy story about I don't know, like I know Mick Foley. I did a show with Mick Foley. Great
He's such a nice
great
guy.
I mean, it was just not that it's a sport. It's just something I never was that into.
Right.
It's not
Well,
that I
you're
don't
into the
respect
hockey
it.
and
I was
all
into
that stuff.
hockey, professional fighting, mixed martial arts, and all that. But and I remember meeting him. My friend was like, "Oh, that's Rob Van Dam." We were sitting there talking, and I did Stern. Really? Oh, you the guy? And he knew all my stuff. Started laughing. He was like, "You were just on. You do this bit and that bit." So we have professional wrestlers are cool guys. When they're like, I met Chris Jericho. I did something with once. Chris Jericho's a cool guy, and he's a Max Wag. Chris.
Yes,
Me and
he
Brewer.
is.
We were on Eddie Trunk show a long time ago. It was Eddie Trunk, me and Jim Brewer against Jim Florentine and Chris Jericho. And I think the thing was Judas Priest. Me and Brewer were the Judas Priest guys, and Chris Jericho was the Chris Jericho and Jim were the Florentine were the Iron Maiden guys, and we had a debate. That was pre that metal show.
Oh my!
I wonder who wrote all that stuff. Yeah, so that was a lot of fun. For some of those guys.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting. Well, you have a lot of stories. So, but I'm hoping we see you at Sopranos Con in Atlantic City.
Yes.
Come.
I'm going to be there. My
come
buddy
with-
Big Time
come
Tommy's
with
going to
Big
have a
Time
table
Tommy.
there. I'm probably going to come down there and hang out. Yeah.
If you don't spot someone, well, you should know who I am because you know why? I'll have a shirt on that says the Kate Fox Show.
Which we're going to be able to see the key. Just in case anybody had a problem. The Kate Fox Show. Because you didn't see it.
So just, I won't have a flower in my hair, but you'll figure out who I am.
Exactly.
Okay?
Billy Mira Comedy, BillyMira.com, BillyMiraandtheHitman.com.
I'm really...
And so you got me on Facebook,
Instagram.
Yeah, and my social media sucks. I need to get it up. That's what Tommy and all of them tell me. You gotta get your social media up.
Yeah, you do.
Old school.
Oh my God. Oh my God. I can't wait to meet him.
Yeah, he's a funny guy.
Oh
He's
my
a good
God.
guy.
But I'm saying what?
We just went to Brooklyn.
Yes? Oh,
We
you
had
were live streaming.
Yeah,
You did
me,
some-
Ozzy, Rob, and we were all live streaming from Brooklyn, and Italy just won the Euro Cup. And the place went nuts, and he got mocked. That's like his demographic. So we had such a good time over there. We had a blast.
That's very cool.
We had some good food. Hanging out. So we're gonna have a good time.
Gonna have. Oh, I can't. Oh, yay. Okay. So, thank you for catching up with us.
Thank you for having me, as always. Thank you so much, Dan, Miss Fox.
Check him out, Billy Mira.
How you doing? I'm Joey Catalano, and you're watching the Kate Fox Show.
Ever since I can remember, I always loved singing, so I sang. I love to laugh, so I crack a few jokes now and again. I love mimicking everybody I ever loved watching on television, so I learned to do some impressions. Well, what if I could do all those things in one show? I think you'd like that.
This guy is on the high tin roof, drinking that whiskey at 96 proof. I don't need no doctor, I don't need no pain, but just 2 steps ahead of my brain. Who's gonna ride to that tail? But all many playboys, this old man. Come on, baby, baby, let's get out of here right away. Everybody, rock this town, rockin' inside out.
Think they are calling themselves the Hitmen. You try to rock my town and I'll show you a Hitman, huh? You're a real funny guy, Mira. A real funny guy.
He says, you're gonna be big. And I'm gonna coin a phrase. You're Billy, you're gonna be big, you're gonna be bigly, okay?
I get no respect at all, I tell you. But tonight, I'm feeling lucky, baby.
We don't wanna make love to you tonight. I can't wait till the morning is come. And I know now the time is just right. And straight into my arms you will, my love. When autumn leaves start to fall, Dr. Evil. I ate breakfast 100 yards from men who were trained to kill me. So for 1 second you make me nervous, okay? Oh, that's what I'm doing. Godfather. Eric, who are some of the people that we lost this week that can't spend time with their families?
You talking about David Cassidy?
David Cassidy, I love that guy. He always sang to his mother. He said, I think I love you, Mom.
He was part of the family.
It was the Partridge family. They were never our enemies.
If you're looking for trouble, you can come to the right place. If you're looking for trouble, look right in my face. I was born standing up and talking back. My daddy was a green and red because I'm evil. Pretty woman, tough around. Pretty woman, give your smile to me. Tom Jones. You want this? She's always at the wall. She's a color like the floor. Dancing dead. She's a lady.
What are you going crazy? You know, this isn't a movie, okay? I mean, this is for real now. You're talking about Billy Crystal, not Billy Mira. Analyze this, analyze that.
Nah, Crystal. You're out. This guy Mira, he's in.
You sound insane right now. You really do. Bobby, you're not the only Italian I can work with. You know what? I'm going to go do a movie with Al Pacino, and he'll pull me back in. You remember that line? Not to mention his hoo-ah line. I love that line. Hoo-ah. I love it. It's great.
Where do you get off making a movie with Billy Crystal behind my back, going over my head?
I don't even know what you're talking about. I had to do a comedy. I had to show another side of my career here, all right?
The only reason you have a career is because I made that possible. It's because of me. I'm what counts in your films. Did Billy do Raging Bull with you, huh?
No, he didn't.
Did Billy do Goodfellas with you?
No, he didn't.
Did Billy do Casino with you?
No, he didn't.
Do you know they think you went back crazy back in New York? A comedy? Since when are you a comedian? You're running me out of my own movies?
I only told Oliver Stone I want to do one more comedy. That's it.
You wanted to do a comedy.
Yeah, I did.
You could have had a million other roles. Don't you ever go over my head and do a movie without me again, huh?
Joe.
Or every producer wannabe will have a piece of you. Next you'll be telling me you're going to do a movie with that guy Billy Mira, huh? Another
Leave him
clown.
alone.
He'll
Leave him
amuse you, huh?
alone.
Don't you think I forget about you, Mira? I see you. I see
Leave
you.
him
You're a real
alone.
funny guy.
Come on, Joe. Let's go see the show.
Okay.
Well, the great Billy Mira is here.
Billy! The guy's an animal.
Oh, he's an absolute animal. You're kidding?
This is everybody.
I gotta say one thing. Billy Mira, one of my favorite comedians in the whole world.